is your life, so always be strong. Keep moving on. Your dreams will always come true. You'll get there if you believe. So rise up and be strong. Hold on and take your place. So rise up and be strong. Hold on and take your place. You're listening to Pastor Lanre Ajanaku.
To be able to not only look at things superficially, look at things through the eyes of the physical, but look at things through the eyes of the mind, follow the leading of the Spirit. Even when it looks very foolish, follow it. You can't miss it. You can't miss it. I've tried it severally, and I have never had regret of doing it. I've never had regret. But some may say, well, I'm trying to understand it. Don't worry. At times, I agree, it may mix with your mind. And maybe in the time of question, we'll look at that. It may mix with your mind, but don't worry. Now, at times when it mix with your mind, you may not realize, oh, I've got it wrong. But you know what? You would have learned a lesson. It's better than somebody who did not follow at all. Because you would have learned a lesson of how not to listen to that voice of the Spirit when it comes to you. So, many times, yes, I've missed it at times. I have to tell you an example some time ago when I was investing, and I invested so much in stocks, in capital market. I pumped so much money into it. And I said, then my wife came to me and said, why don't you just calm down and play low? Why don't you just sell some of these stocks? Why don't you go and buy a property? And I looked at it, I said, look, this market is still going upwards, going northward. Forget it, I can't miss it. But I was not listening to the voice of the Spirit. She was listening, because I was in neck deep into it. You know, I was looking at the figures and all. I forgot the voice of the Spirit. So when the bubble busted, it first busted in the US. People were throwing out their body, people were walking away from body. We were hearing about it, then I was in Africa. We were hearing about it in Africa. We said, no, it cannot affect us here. Forget it. Our market is just growing. And we are deceiving ourselves. When the tsunami came, the stocks were just dropping every day. Then the market, the regulatory bodies now said, okay, we will not allow it to fall below a certain percentage per day. Then everyone wanted to sell. Who would buy? Everybody just stayed away. So we are pumping stocks into the market for people to buy. If it was you, would you buy? Nobody was buying. The thing was not having a free fall. I would look at it every day. And then my wife would tell me, and I said it. I said, yes, just leave it. Amen. Just leave it, just leave it. And the thing came all the way down to tomato. It just came flat. And I looked at it. And beloved, I tell you sincerely, I lost millions. Lots of money. And you know, I had an Excel every night before going to bed, you know, to make yourself happy. When it was going up, I would change the prices and the thing would just show, oh, this is the appreciation. And I would look at it and I would feel good. And I would go to bed. But when the thing was coming down, at the point I was not going back to those Excel. So once I said, let me just know whether I'm still covered. I would put it in. The thing would come down and say, oh my God. And then to make matters worse, I even went to get loan, to get a facility, to buy more stocks. Because I wanted to make it big. But I was not listening to the voice of the Spirit. Many of us here have made such mistakes like me. But I learned my lesson. So every time I look back, I said, well, I'm still better off than somebody who did not go through that lesson. Because I've learned how not to make money. I've learned how not to make money. And I've learned how to make money. So I'm still better off than somebody who did not try. But today, I've bounced back by His mercy. God has taken me out of that, from that very clay. And things have moved on better. All by direction. I just changed the direction of my funds and I went into another form of business. And that was it. Everything I lost, God brought it back. And that is the beautiful thing with God. God is like that woman who is in the GPS. That when you miss your direction, she will not tell you, I've had enough. I told you through your wife, you did not answer. Now I'm leaving your car, you can just go on your way. That woman will always say, recalculating, reroute. She will keep telling you and keep telling you she will never give up. You can try it one day. Praise the Lord. And today I thank God. What I learned. I have now learned how to listen to the voice of the Spirit. How to follow the direction. The place of direction is very important. And the advantages are so much when you follow it. What are the advantages? You will never be lost when you are in the right place of direction. One major advantage is that you will never be lost. You will never be lost. You will always get, you will always know. You will never be lost and you will not lose. You will not lose. Somebody asked, is it possible for you to always get it right all the time? I tell you, it is very, very possible once you perfected it. But in the initial time, it may not be possible. But at a point, once you know how to listen to that voice of the Spirit, that instinct, that gut feeling, you can continue to get it right. Once in a while you may stumble, that does not mean get up again. But you would have learned one lesson, how not to fall again. Am I right? That is it. Then number two, you will always get to your destination. You will always get to your destination. When you go in the path of the right direction, you will always get it right. You will always get to your destination. It is certain you get to your destination. You can't tell me you want to go to Calgary, and if probably Calgary is on the south, and you're going in the direction of Vancouver, and somebody tells you, hey, you've been traveling on the way to Vancouver, and you have traveled for about 4 hours, and you ask somebody, or you just see the signpost, or you ask somebody and tells you, I've been traveling on this route for 4 hours. I said, I'm going to Vancouver. I said, no, you're going to Calgary. You have to turn. I said, no. I have invested so much in this direction. So therefore, I can't just go back. Now, the more you go in that direction, will you ever get to Calgary? It will never. Even if you go by air, and you are very fast, you will never get there. That means because you are going in the wrong direction, ab initio. So until the best way to do it, you have to turn back. No matter how much investment you might have gone in the wrong direction, you are sure when you are in the right path, you will get to your direction. And then not only that, when you are in the right direction, you are preserved. You are guaranteed of preservation. You will be preserved. You will be preserved. You will be preserved from economic challenges, crisis. Do you know that at that very point in time, when I was having that challenge, when I was in the stock, putting all my investment, putting all the funds of the family, all the family savings, I put it in stock. There was somebody then, I was working in the financial institution, so somebody also who came to access a loan, and I'd prepared everything, I'd given him the offer letter. He was to sign. He also wanted to play big. So he was to sign. You know what he did? Right in front of me. He just bowed his head and he said, Lord, if I think I'm getting it right, looking at what I can see, but if I'm ever in the wrong direction, let it be that I will not draw down on this facility. When he was praying in front of me, I was already preaching there, and I was looking at him. Don't bother praying. What are you talking about? The market is too certain you can't lose money. Do you know this young man? I remember he never drew down on that facility, and then the market began to crash. So we will call him. Do you want to buy now? Market now, the price is low. We tell you, no, hold on. Because as far as we are concerned, the market was coming, and we were saying price was low. We didn't know the price was crashing. There's a difference between price being low and price crashing. They said, oh, price is low now. Would you want to come in now? He said, no, just hold on. When the thing began to crash, at the point we didn't call him again. He himself didn't even bother coming to us again. He didn't draw down on it. Why? Because he allowed that voice of the Spirit, the leading of the Spirit, to help him. So it preserves. And then lastly, the advantage of you when you stay on the path of direction in life and in all is that it makes the journey of your life easy. It makes the journey of your life easy. The journey is easy. Your journey going to your destination setting becomes easy. Because grace, remember I said, is in the path of your direction. Grace is in the path of your on the right direction. Grace is in the path of your right direction. So if today you are here and you are traveling in a journey on a path and you're having so much struggle, I want you to just say, hey, you may be thinking, let's hold on. Maybe I'm not, yes, I know my destination is correct, but maybe the path, the direction I'm going through is wrong. So if that destination is certain, yes, it is certain, but the direction I'm going through is challenging, you may need to take steps back and take a deep breath and look left, look right, and ask yourself, am I on the right direction? I know my destination is right, but maybe I'm not on the right direction. Maybe I'm not on the right direction. we may need to ask ourselves that question. And that is the essence of this month's teaching. Last month was what? Focus. This month is direction. So the assignment which I'm giving to every one of us today is, please go home or right there, write the destination you want to go. Then ask yourself the question, am I in the right direction? Because it is easy for you to miss your direction. Very easy. And it's also very easy to get it in the right direction. It is easy to miss the wrong direction when your mind is fixed on one particular direction. It must be this way or no other way. No. I made that mistake. And I learned my lesson. But you know, there is always the opportunity to do what? To recalculate and reroute and go on in that direction. And that's what you have to look out for in this month of February. Let's ask ourselves that question. Okay, after all night, I think I've been having so much struggle. So now let me ask myself, am I in the right path? Praise the Lord. So, brothers, I'm going to take questions, but let's quickly just pray. Father in heaven, we thank you for your word we've had this morning. Thank you because you want us to go in the right direction in this month of February and even for the rest of the year. Adiara, is there any one of us here that we are on the right direction and we are doubting it? Father, we pray, help us to stay in that same course. There are some of us here who are in the wrong direction, but the destination is correct. Lord, help us to see so that we can recalculate and get on the right path. In Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Thank you very much. God bless you. Are there questions quickly? I've overshot my time a little bit. Yes. Are there questions? Maybe on anything quickly. I forgot to tell us if possibly you have a question in the possibility. You can quickly write it down or possibly send it through. And if for any one of us you have questions or contributions to Dominion Voice, please, you can always reach on, you can always log on, you can write this down, info@dominionvoice.com. You can always write, or you have a testimony also, you can always write, just put it there, info@dominionvoice.com at any point. And if you're watching at home too, wherever you're watching, you can always write it there, we'll get it, and I bet you will treat it just like just like we did this. That's the testimony of the person I shared earlier. Are there questions?
Spoken about that the destination is always constant, but the direction do change.
Yes.
So I just need a little bit of clarification with that, because when we talk about direction changing, it just kind of doesn't make a lot of sense to me, because I feel like you already know the destination you're going. Like you cited an example of going to Calgary.
Yeah.
We already know that when you go to Calgary, you either take Highway 2 or the other Highway 2
and
or
to
something.
the
Yes.
yes.
So now, if we now decide to change direction, how then do you get to destination? You understand? I mean, that's literal.
Good.
When we now apply that to our lives, I know definitely that if I want to, like you had also said, if I want to go study this, these are some of the subjects that I need to take in high school before I can do that.
Yes.
So how do you justify changing direction, especially when we're talking about destination?
Good. Now the destination is always certain. That is, every one of us here, we all have a destination. And that is the focus we talked about, focusing on your destination. But it's not enough to focus on that destination without knowing the right direction to go through. For example, now, if I'm going to Calgary and I've never traveled on my way to Calgary, please, if you want to take your breakfast, there's breakfast at the back, you can just go there quickly, go this track. Now, if you are going to Calgary and I don't know my way, the destination is certain. Even the house I'm going to Calgary, I may not know it. But once I punch my destination in my GPS. The destination is certain. But assuming I'm traveling and I know my way, or I don't know my way at all, and I'm following that GPS and takes me through that various direction, and along the way I miss my way. Oh, the GPS will tell me again, you have gone in this way, now reroute and go in the right direction you should go. Now the disadvantage there is that it will take you a longer period to get there. It will take you a longer period. Destination is never changing. And that is what we should all focus on. And that's the power of focus. Focus on your destination. Be subsumed with it. So that even when you miss your direction, You miss the way. You know your destination is not changing, but your direction to the way may differ. So direction and destination are two different things. Destination does not change. Visions may not change. That's why there's a right vision, make it plain. There's whoever see me run. But the way to get to that vision will differ from everybody. It's just like a preacher. You may be told, go preach the word of God, or go share. But the direction to which you are going to get your destination will differ. Every one of us cannot go in the same way, in the same direction. We'll go in different direction, but you must achieve your destination. You must achieve your goal. You must achieve where you are heading for, your goal, your destination. So direction may change, but destination does not change. Amen. Any other question?
Just one brief question.
Yes, go ahead.
You had mentioned that there are specific spots, ways by which God blesses people. You didn't say that exactly, but I'm paraphrasing. Now, what do you say to those who believe that the earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof, that it does not matter where you are, God's blessing is always there?
Yes, that's true. There are some people just believe that, hey, it doesn't matter where you are, God's blessing is always there. That is true. God's blessing is everywhere. But God's blessing for everybody is not the same. God's blessing is everywhere. But God's blessing for you is different from me. And I have to find out. For example, Lord said God gave gifts to men. There are many, all of us here, we don't have the same gift. But it is the blessing of God that those gifts are there. Some have an analytical mind. They can sit down and play with figures and analyze. Some cannot analyze. Some are very friendly. Many of us we know that to be friendly is also could also be, you could have a special trait of being friendly. That you get to a place and your place just bubbles and everything just goes. But a lot of people don't know. And that's what a lot of marketers need in the performance of their role of their duty. Somebody was sharing with me some time ago, somebody was promoted to a manager's position, and the woman went back and said, no, I don't want to take that position. She said, because I'm not a people person. She said, I'm not a people person. Why? Because I don't interface with people so much. I'm not good at interfacing with people. But it's a promotion. But she said, no, I don't want it, because I'm not a people person. You may get in front of me today and I'm a little bit moody. I say, oh, he's not friendly. But she knows herself. So the blessing of God is all about, but there are specific blessings to every one of us. So you have to distinguish. You have to find out what is the blessing. What is the route? All of us, destination is that we're going to be blessed. But we will not all go through the same destination, the same direction to get the blessing. It will come in different ways. And that is why it is important for every one of us to find out the direction we have to go to. That's why every one of us cannot be. We all cannot be engineers. We all cannot be pharmacists. We all cannot be accountants. We all cannot be bankers. We all cannot be teachers. You put some people to teach, they can't just do it. It doesn't mean that they don't love to, they can't teach, but they're not just cut out for it, because that's not the way they're wired. Your wiring has to do with the place of your blessing. Praise the Lord, of your destination.
Take dominion on all God's creations. Never give up. Your destiny's your life. So always be strong. Keep moving on. Your dreams will always come true. You'll get there if you believe. So rise up and be strong. Hold on and take your place. So rise up and be strong. Hold on and take your place. You're listening to Pastor Lanre Ajanaku